Some smart endgame play really turned around that game for you. Starting with your king's pawn is a versatile first move and leads to many tactical openings. Starting with an off-balance opening, adding extra support to the center and developing your knight. Black opens up the light-squared bishop and controls the central dark squares. Your move puts a pawn in the center, gaining space and freedom for your pieces. This trade gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. A logical capture. Black develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended white pawn. Good job stepping in to defend your pawn. Their better move was to offer an equal trade of pieces. This blocks an attack on a queen. They move the bishop to safety. It's good to get your bishop off of its starting square and into the action. Their pawn attacks your knight, kicking it out of its current position. That was a fair trade. Recapturing and developing their queen at the same time. You are threatening to win a rook through a fork. This seems like a mistake to me. A clear recapture. This is the only good move. This move activates your knight to strengthen control over the center. They kick your bishop with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. Your best move was to move a bishop to safety. A straightforward recapture. Castling protects your king and activates your rook. Their better move was to move a queen to a more active position. Your better option was to connect rooks. They didn't find the right idea. Your best move was to connect rooks. The queen slips away as your opponent avoids material loss. You dodge the check, moving your king out of harm's way. Their best option was to develop further. Very good choice. Their better move was to pin an attacker of a vulnerable. Your best move was to recapture a piece. You are now able to win a pawn through an eventual fork. You had an opportunity to win a pawn through an eventual fork. They exchanged pieces of equal value. Good recapture choice, bringing a new piece. They've brought their piece into play while forcing your rook to retreat. You are threatening to win a pawn through a discovered attack. They had a better way to create a pawn chain. Your best move was to centralize a knight so it controls more squares. They let your pawn stay on the board when they could have captured it. Your better option was to block an attack on a vulnerable rook. Their piece is now in a more active square. Your better option was to create a passed pawn. This is a fair trade. You exchange pieces of equal value. They exchanged pieces of equal value. You made a passed pawn. It was a balanced game, but now you have a winning position. Your better option was to push a passed pawn. This steps away from the checking rook. This is a fine move. They've improved the positioning of their piece. Not the best move, but not bad either. Uh-oh, a discovered attack from your opponent targets your pawn. You challenge the opposing rook for control of the open file. This is a fair trade. A clear recapture. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Passed pawns must be pushed. That capture of your pawn will cause you to lose material after all the trades are made. You lost control of the equal position, and now you are worse. A straightforward recapture. In the endgame, the king can become a fighting piece. Your opponent had only one good move there, and they missed it. Good job. That's what I would have played too. Precise move from your opponent. The game was close to even, but now you are in a worse position. You got lucky here. Your opponent missed the chance to capitalize on your mistake. Nice, definitely the right move. They played one of the best moves here. Nice idea. You connected your pawns into a chain. This is a fair trade. You recaptured. They made one of the top moves in this position. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. They are right on target. You've just allowed your pawn to be taken without a fight. That pawn was free for the taking. Nice idea. You connected your pawns into a chain. Their better move was to create a protected passed pawn. A clear recapture. They are threatening to gain opposition to achieve a winning advantage. The only move, and you found it. You've secured opposition, setting yourself up for a win. They played the strongest move available. There was only one good move, and you found it. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. This is the only move that works, and you found it. I like their choice. You captured a free pawn. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. Nice find. You found the only move in this position. Nice, your opponent is in Zugzwang. Any move is bad for them. Precise move from your opponent. You captured that free pawn. They played one of the best moves here. Yes, this is the way. They are right on target. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. They played the strongest move available. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. They made one of the top moves in this position. You promote your pawn to a queen. Decent move, but they had a better one. Good job. That's what I would have played too. That's quite an error. Now's your chance to capitalize on it. You missed a chance to punish your opponent's error. They move their king out of the check from your queen. Well done, an excellent move. Precise move from your opponent. Very good choice. They are right on target. This is a fine move. They played the strongest move available. Nice, definitely the right move. They missed the right idea here. Yes, this is the way. I like their choice. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. That was the only move. You're still on the road to checkmate. That was the only move. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. That was the only move. You continue the checkmate attack. That was the only move. Your move gets closer to checkmate. That was the only move. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. That was the only move. You continue the checkmate attack. That was the only move.